I'm Brandy Lucas, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time, then let me tell you a little bit about what goes on here. So I am a short hair hairstylist and a stylist mentor. So on my channel, you'll find resources that will help you maintain your short hair. And if you're a stylist, you'll find resources that will help you increase your skills and talent so that you can make more money without being chained to the chair. So today I'm going to chit chat with you guys about something that is not widely talked about in our industry, but it's so necessary. I'm going to be sharing what you need to do when you mess up with your clients. If that's something that you've dealt with, if that's something you've experienced and you've just been in that situation where you're like, oh, I messed up, how do I move forward? Then you stick around because this video is for you. Wherever you are in your beauty career, whether you're a beginner and just jumping into the industry, or if you've been in the industry for a long time like myself, you probably know what it's like to have that feeling of something just not going right in your service experience with your clients. We've all experienced it, and if we're honest about it, we've experienced it more than once. I'll be honest enough for everybody. I have experienced it. I've been in the industry nearly 20 years, and I have had that feeling of, what is this going to be like when I spin this lady around? More recently, I had an occurrence that sparked the need for me to do this video, coupled with the fact that I've been asked this question by stylists before, where I completely forgot about a client's appointment, and she didn't. She was ready. She was intending on getting her hair done. A lot of times people schedule their entire lives around their hair appointments. So as a stylist, I know how important it is to my clients to get in, to get the services that they are looking forward to getting and to get on so that they can show up in their lives looking polished and pulled together. I get it. This was a rare occurrence, but yes, it did happen. Anytime someone calls me or emails me or texts me and asks me for an appointment, I always shoot them over to the website because my brain just does not work like that. I am not going to retain the information that I told them to come at this time, and it's just a hassle. I pay for online booking for the convenience of the clients to be able to schedule their appointments online, so I'd much rather they do that. But every once in a while, maybe a family member or a friend will ask me for an appointment, and I'll say, okay, yeah, you can come at this time, but if I don't put it in the book, I'll forget. So that's exactly what happened in this situation. The client was intending to come in for service. I was all the way on the other side of town somewhere, and there was no way that I can accommodate the appointment. So I want to share with you 3 tips that I suggest that you do as a beauty professional if you get yourself in a situation where either the service does not turn out how you wanted it, or you get in a situation where you could have done a better job with either customer service or time management. The first thing that I highly suggest that you do if you mess up as a hairstylist is take responsibility. It's so important as a professional that you own your mess. Clients will not learn to respect you and learn to just know that you're a person who honors your word, who is 100% with them all the time, if you don't model that. So in this event where I forgot about this lady's appointment, I didn't try to like say, oh, Sharon, you ain't even, her name is not Sharon. Just in case I have a client on my book who's Sharon and they think I'm talking about them. The lady's not Sharon. This is a fictional name. But how I handled it and suggest that you handle is owning your mess. I did not try to act like, no, girl, you didn't make that appointment, or I didn't confirm it. I owned it. I said, you are completely right. I apologized. I figured out what I could do to make the situation favorable for her. What could I do to make this right? Needs to be the underlining theme when you own up to the fact that you did something that did not turn out right. It's very important that we show our clients that we are people of integrity. We are flawed, we all are, but our clients are flawed too. Everybody has moments where they're just a little bit off. And if you show your client that when you have an off moment, you're not going to try to cover it up, you're not going to try to blame it on them, you're going to own your stuff and go out of your way to make sure that you accommodate them, you build trust and a long-lasting relationship. Now, wait, there will be some people who are just not going to continue to rock with you. You cannot beat yourself up about that. What you have to do is your best as a professional to smooth the situation over, to make it right. In the event that they decide that they cannot forgive you and move on in the professional relationship, you have the peace of mind of knowing that you did all you could. Number one, own up to your mistake. The second thing that I highly suggest you do, if you get yourself in a situation where things don't work out ideally with a customer, is become solution focused. It's very important that if you, let's just say color services, and those are color services are situations that you can about 95-6% predict how things will go, but there is a little room for error in color. If you are not a very experienced color artist, you have to start somewhere. So you are going to have to build that muscle in coloring hair or even cutting hair or whatever the skill set is. You're going to have to start somewhere, and as you do it, repetition is going to help you become more confident and better at the service. So in the process, and even once you are established and you're doing well with color or hair cutting, there may be times that something is a little bit off. What you want to do is lead with a solution. So the first thing is you're going to take responsibility. The second thing is you have to be solution focused. So while you are going in your head like, okay, this did not come out the way that I wanted to, the next thought needs to be, how can I fix this? If it is a color service that didn't go right, you need to be open and honest and talk to the client about how you get them to where they initially wanted to go. Are you going to have them come back in a couple of weeks for you to correct the color and it's going to be at a discounted price, or even you're going to fit the bill? Or is there something that needs to be done that takes off a little money of the service? If someone is coming in for a haircut and the haircut does not go right, there's no way that you're going to be able to put the hair back on their head. If they are not extension people and they are just not satisfied with the haircut, the best thing in that situation for you to do would be to see if you could discount the service to get the person to a point where they don't feel like you charge them full price for something and they're walking away from the salon experience without getting it. Be solution focused. That is suggestion number 2 in dealing with clients when things don't go the way you intended. The third thing you should do if you mess up behind the chair is make sure that you follow up with the client. So during step 1, you took responsibility. During step 2, you were solution focused and talked to your guest about how you intend to move forward to make right whatever did not go right initially. And in step 3, you want to follow up. Follow up via text, email, or you can do what we do at my salon and put an actual card in the mail. Yes, snail mail. It really helps people to understand that you care about them, that you are willing to go the extra mile, and your purpose for following up with them is express that you're apologetic for whatever the mishap was, but you want to take the opportunity once the client leaves the salon to reiterate what you guys agreed upon as the solution to the problem. So say it's a color service and it did not lift to the level that the client anticipated. You guys talked about possibly going in a couple of weeks to take it up a couple additional levels. You told her how long she would need to wait for the color to be processed in a healthy way. What you want to do during your follow-up effort is make sure that you first tell her you're sorry again and also reiterate what you guys agreed upon for the solution to the problem. So we talked about you coming in on this date at this time. I'm really looking forward to seeing you then. Again, I just want to let you know that I am so sorry that this happened, but I am committed to making sure that we get you to the level of color that you want so that you can be out here stunting and fronting in these streets. Whatever you need to say, whatever you need to do, but it is important to make sure that you go the extra mile to connect with the client after the service visit to reiterate what you guys talked about during the solution part of the appointment. I cannot tell you how many clients come to my salon, and during our first visit consultation, I'm talking to them, I'm finding out about their past experiences and what brought them to my chair. A lot of times people have had negative experiences at salons, and instead of there being some type of resolve or, you know, a plan put in place for them to get whatever they're not feeling about their hair or their service experience rectified with the stylist that they were going to, they just stop going to them. People will stop going if they feel like you're not going out of your way to make right what they need, what they're coming to you for. We have to make sure that we understand that we are service providers, and while we might enjoy our guests, we might kiki and have a good time with them, they are coming to us for a service. So there is an expectation that they're going to come to us, they're going to compensate us for the services that we provide. There is also an expectation from the customer that when they come to us, they're going to get the service that they anticipated. One way that you as the service provider make sure that the expectations are clear and that you are saying, yes, I'm going to be able to get you to this point, is having a thorough consultation and minimizing any unrealistic expectations before you start the service. At the end of the service, when something did not go right, it's not the correct time to have a conversation about why it didn't go right. So if someone comes to you and they have jet black hair and they give you this picture that they found of Instagram of this cool gray, very high lift color, and they want it today at 3 o'clock and it is 1 o'clock, it is your responsibility as a stylist to help them understand first how that needs to be processed, that it is not a one day, one service and you gonna turn from this lady to that lady. And you also need to make sure that you're clear on the financial expectation for the service, the time that it will take to get them to that point, and how they are to care for their hair going forward. All of that rests on the shoulders of the stylist. So we have to make sure that we are educating our clients, that we are managing expectations, and in the event that things do not go the way that they plan, because they will, we make sure that we own it, we're solution focused, and that we follow up, make sure that we give our best effort to rectify the situation. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I share with you 3 things that you should do when you mess up as a hairstylist, because we all mess up from time to time. Those 3 things are taking responsibility, being solution focused, and also following up with the guests to make sure that the expectations are clear and that they know that you care and that you are a man or woman of your word and that you are going to do your best effort to make it right. If you're interested in videos and content about growing your beauty business, then you need to make sure that you stick around. I would also love for you to follow me on Instagram. That is my jam. I get down on Instagram at I am Brandy Lucas. And if you are interested in partnering with my education program to grow your business, to use social media better, to help you implement multiple streams of income, we're doing all of that. I'd like to invite you to connect with me at the Brandy Lucas University. I'll have the links to everything in the descriptions below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.